started roofing really suddenly because the storm just hit, and I already had a job, but I quit it, literally the day after Hurricane Ian. And I met Julius, and we went out one day, and he had this huge 40-foot ladder, and I had never done anything in construction or anything manual labor-wise, so I've never even climbed a ladder before. And he lost his regular ladder, so he had a big 40-foot fireman ladder that he was bringing around all his inspections, and he would just say, "Okay, everyone disperse and go find a roof and go do an inspection." So I had this 40-foot ladder, and this roof is not even that tall, and it doesn't collapse, so I put it up really shallow because I didn't understand it needs to be at a certain angle. And basically, I was walking up this ladder like it was stairs. And Julius is walking down the street. He goes, "What are you doing?" I'm just trying to get on this roof. I didn't know, but I had to learn throughout, the proper way to set up a ladder. And now I feel like that was the stuff I personally had to learn. I had to learn the roofing systems. I had to learn how to do my own repairs back then. But it was all the trade stuff that I needed to learn. Honestly, a lot of the people skills and the reading contracts and insurance stuff, I had transferable skills. I kind of had that already.
Yeah. Knowing that you're in the market now, and knowing we've sent some guys to St. Louis, and guys over there seem to be in a prosperity, abundant market, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, as a guy that's still here, that's still doing deals and closing business, we still can kind of have in the back of our mind that, man, I wonder if I should go to St. Louis, knowing what I know and having done what I did here, I could probably clean up down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
How has that changed the way you thought about what you would need to do prospecting wise?
So when the storm first hit, it was kind of like what you guys are going through. I was door knocking. Probably for the first 2 to 3 weeks, it was wake up early, door knock, try and find someone, get the information, and make something happen. And I did that for a while, and I was building a pipeline. But let's say 3 weeks time, I maybe had 4 good, leads in my system that I thought would turn into deals. And just it was a lot of time I put in with not a lot of results, and a lot of gas I was spending. And it was around the 2 or 3 week period. I'm like, okay, let's just try and find something else. In addition to this, maybe we need to think of something new to do. And that's when I started posting my business card on Facebook groups, and specifically the community, the veranda, and that kind of changed the game.
Yeah.
But I guess, it's not apples to apples. It's not just, you can't just do that again.
Yeah.
But I would say what you could take away from that is you do have to reevaluate, if you're not seeing the results, you need to get creative. You need to think of something new to do in addition to the old stuff. You can't even drop door knocking, but you need to add other, channels. Yeah. Another thing, when I first started, Julius, we would do one-on-ones once a week or so. But in the very beginning, I asked, how many deals should I sign? What's good? What's a good amount of deals to sign? And he says, well, if you hit 30 deals this year, you'll be good. You'll be all right. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, is that going to be hard to manage, 30 different people? He goes, after you get to around 50 or 60, it could feel like work. But, if you have 30 contingencies signed, not everyone needs everything at one time. So you could probably handle that. So that was my goal, 30 deals. And I think probably within the first 6-7 months, I hit it.
Yeah.
And then I got a little more that year. But you see, of those 30, they didn't all come in that year. But anyway, what I meant to say is that was my northern star. Am I going to hit 30? And every time I got closer to that, it got a little easier too. But maybe even setting your yearly goal could be something.